When we look at the men's singles draw, 7 different flags, which along with mixed doubles makes it the most diverse, but only 4 seeds, 1 in each quarter of the draw at quarter-final stage, and 2 Danes who played against each other, which means that at semi-final stage we had 4 seeds and 4 different nationalities. As far as the race to the World Tour finals is concerned, Kunderud Wittesan and Li Shifeng, the number 2 and 3 on that list, both were semi-finalists here, so they'll both move up 1 place, with Wittesan obviously going to number 1, pushing Cho Tien Chen down to number 3. You can see that our 2 finalists are currently number 5 and 6 on the list. Whoever wins today's match will go up to number 4, pushing Xiu Qi further down the list. But Xiu Qi will qualify anyway for the World Tour finals because he is reigning world champion.
Dans quelques instants, lumière toujours, applaudissements à fond pour le décompte, ensemble s'il vous plaît, on va y aller, le 19-8 il est pour vous, et 10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, are you ready?
Today is the day when history could be made. No player from the host nation has ever won a title at the French Open since the inception of the Super Series and World Tour. Christo Popov has the chance to rewrite the record books. The whole stadium, the fans are on their feet, welcoming Christo Popov into the arena.
Face à lui, on va retrouver la tête de série numéro 2 de ce tournoi. Il est danois. From Denmark,
Anders Antonsen. His first French Open final. His 4th final in total. I beg your pardon, his 5th final this year. He won the Indonesian Open, one of the 4 Super 1000 events. And this will be just a 3rd meeting between these 2 European players. Honours are shared, 1 win apiece, but the last time they met was in the first round of the Singapore Open earlier this year. And Christo Popov won in Singapore, 21-17, 21-13.
That side, you will serve, you will receive, okay?
So Antonsen has chosen to start the far side of the court, having won the toss of the coin. Popov is just 23 years of age, born in Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria, and that equates to about 5'10". Currently enjoying his 5th consecutive week as world number 8, his career high, but by Steen and my calculation, he will overtake Alex Lanier as the new world number 7 next week. Now look at that, 3 players from Chinese Taipei. Lin Junyi, then the All-England finalist cheer. How they cheer you, Jim. And then in the semi-final, beat the Olympic silver medalist, Widersan, had to come from 11-18 down in that second game before winning it 22-20. So to the vastly experienced Anders Antonsen, 28 years of age, from Aarhus, and he went down on the world ranking on Tuesday to number 3, having spent 40 weeks in total across 5 different spells at world number 2. But he will return to world number 2, we believe, on Tuesday, and this is 7th French Open, his first final. Now look at that. His last 3 matches in 3 games. The second round, he had to save a match point against Canada's Brian Yang. And then he beat the Olympic champion and winner here 3 years ago, Victor Axelsen. And the semi-final yesterday against Li Shifeng. So our umpire for this one from Belgium, Robertson Martins. And our service judge from Chinese Taipei. Christo's father on the left as we're looking at them. Christo Popov. Well, it's at fever pitch. It's similar to the atmosphere at a football match.
Can you close your bottle? Maybe.
So we're just about ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Christo Popov, France. And on my left, Anders Antonsen, Denmark. Christo Popov to serve. Love all. Play.
Well, what a moment for Christo Popov. Oh, that's landed in. His first World Tour tournament final above 300 level. And it's on home soil with all the support of the home fans.
Love.
Well, we saw on the head-to-head the previous matches between these two. It was 1-1. The first time they met, when Antonsen won, was at the Thomas Cup 3 years ago. And Steen, I'm not sure we can read too much into that because, of course, Christo Popov was just a young 20-year-old. And he has improved so much in the last year, 18 months.
Yeah, he has. We can see it already from the results in this tournament, all straight game matches. He's the only one in the quarterfinal, the only one in the semi-final to win in straight games. Already he's played 3-game matches.
In the men's singles.
In the men's singles.
Yeah. Yeah. And it means that he has been on court to get to today's final for exactly 3 hours. Whereas Anders Antonsen has been on court to get to today's final 5 hours and 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Over 2 hours longer
And
Service
that can
over.
be decisive.
3-2.
Obviously, it can. I thought Antonsen looked a little bit worn, quite a lot worn towards the end against the match, in the match against Victor Axelsen, but managed to come back yesterday and play another long, grueling match.
Overdone it. I was calling these semi-finals yesterday, Steve, the men's singles.
3-all.
And I make comment about Christo Popov. And not only has he had some wonderful results against some big-name players, but since he reached the final of the Swiss Open in March, when he lost to Wen Hongyang, he's played another 12 tournaments. 10 times he has been a quarter-finalist or better.
Yeah.
The consistently getting through to the latter stages of tournaments, I think, has been remarkable.
And that's what earned him his world ranking amongst top 8. And by performing so consistent, you also gain self-confidence. One of the question marks here.
5-3.
I think if Christo Popov can get his game rolling like it's been the rest of the tournament, I think he has a great chance of winning. The question mark is how much does the sort of the situation, how much does that mean? Is there going to be too many nerves? Can Antonsen outsmart him? There's no doubt Antonsen is one of the very best players in terms of tailoring his own playing style to his opponents.
6-3.
Tactically astute.
Yeah.
Short. Oh, gosh, he got it back. The other one goes long.
I'm not sure we called the match when they played in Indonesia, but I think I saw it. And Christo Popov. Singapore.
We didn't. I don't think we did call it.
No. But I saw the match, and Christo Popov, he was dominating the net in that match. The net is not going to be quite as important here because of the slower playing conditions, so it's easier to just lift and still stay in the rally.
Yeah, and Singapore is notorious for a drift. There's more of a sideways drift in Singapore, if I remember correctly.
There's also a significant drift alongside the court, but it's stable. And it was more like the hole that Antonsen likes.
4-7.
Singapore playing on the small court, so to speak, because of the drift. So getting to the final here, that's a huge accomplishment for the Dane.
Who's challenging this?
Challenges
Popov.
called out.
Anders, husk nogle gange at skære den ind til midten ned fra den dybe. Super disciplin. Ja.
Well, the instant review, what on earth has happened to it?
Dès qu'il touche le volant au filet, dès qu'il est là pour fixer, lève ta raquette, et joue un peu, fais-le jouer un peu de rallye. Allez.
They can't make a decision. Oh, here it comes.
And it is indeed long.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 8-4. Play. Nine, 4.
What this arena here does is it helps Antonsen's defense. That gets a little bit better.
Well, yesterday in his semi-final against the former world champion and the Olympic silver medalist Kunlerud Widersan, Popov started so quickly, but he did start the opposite end of the court.
Yeah.
To the mid-game interval
Interval.
with a 7-point advantage. Anders Antonsen. Not the start that the fans were hoping for.
Il faut jouer un peu de rallye,
Popov
un petit
looks a
reverse
little bit
slice,
nervous to me.
Ok, je sais, je fais des erreurs, ça.
Oui, mais attention, les fixations ici, tu peux te baisser, tu peux anticiper. Au revers, tu croises, il faut que tu fasses plus des croisés, parce que sinon il reste à droite au temps. Okay.
La vitesse d'échange, tu vas la mettre par les jambes et par tes trajectoires. Si tu tapes trop fort, il va te contrer. Voilà. Si tu vas jouer trop lent, tu vas rentrer dans son rythme. Tu vas faire des slices, des sticks, tu vois.
Mais si pour faire plus de rallye, tu ne veux pas faire des rallyes.
20 seconds.
Plus de rallye pour te mettre un peu dans le time de déplacement.
Fais attention à plat, hein, t'attends à plat sur le camp de sous.
11-4. Players to court. Play.
Well, from the coaching break there, it seems that Popov is struggling to find the right length on his shots to the back of the court. It's rather concerned that he was either hitting long or hitting too short. Super. That found the line.
Yeah.
12-4.
I thought I heard the words as well. Crosses and something about steepness, slices. So variation when Popov decides to attack.
Another one goes long.
He's played really well, Anders Antonsen, here in the opening stages.
He's trying to become the fourth different Dane to win the men's singles title here. And one of the three previous is sitting on his coaching bench, Janor Jorgensen. Peter Gader being the first one, and then Victor Axelsen. Brilliant. You're right, Steve. It is the perfect start of the day.
4.
And there's a big gap in the backhand side of Christo Popov. He's got to be really careful, Popov, when using his forehand side, that he doesn't open up for an attack in the backhand.
Service over.
A little bit lucky there
5.
for the Frenchman.
14.
Well played.
There's the slice smash.
The president of the French Federation leads the applause. There's Jorgensen.
Yeah, he's worked as chief of sports in one of the Danish Counter-Strike teams before getting back to badminton.
14.
What's Counter-Strike?
You just gave away your age there, Joe.
Okay, tell me later over dinner.
One of the most famous computer games in the world.
7-14.
Well, he came from a huge deficit in his second game against Widersan yesterday. He was 11-18 down and eventually won it 22-20.
Fault. Service over.
Well spotted by
15.
the umpire.
Christo, stay on court.
Lovely. Threaded it down the line.
Service over. 9-15.
Right, that's a good play by Antonsen.
Service over.
Yeah, tactically astute.
9.
Nice. It's one of his favourite shots.
9.
And I thought in his semi-final yesterday it was an awfully long time coming. It was deep into the match before he started to find the range with that round-the-head cross-court smash.
Yeah.
That's going wide.
18-9.
brilliant.
19-9.
That's going wide as well. Game point opportunities
20,
for Antonsen.
game point 9.
5 straight points. Oh, that's delightful.
Service over. 10-20.
He got him docked. I think he was right to play it,
11-20.
Antonsen.
Play.
That's a very good. That was going wide.
It was. Wait, what a shot.
Missed it.
That's a fantastic shot.
Button court.
Well, I'm surprised the umpire allowed Antonsen to go and towel down. Opening game 21-12 in favour of Antonsen.
21-12.
Opening game lasting 19 minutes.
Dejlig ro. Ja. Nede fra de dybe der. Blød arm. Synes jeg. Ja. Forskellige variationer. Ja. Krydskort er god. Clear. Krydsclear synes jeg er gode.
Jeg synes, det er rigtig godt, når du får den der situation, hvor du får ham i det korte hjørne, og så løber ham krydslangt, og han skal bevæge sig på tværs hele vejen ned.
Hvad gør han nu? Begynder han at prøve de der drop og gøre det stort?
Jeg tror, vi skal
Eller går han mere, altså sådan mere power?
I hvert fald en af de to veje. Men jeg synes, vigtigt, hvis han begynder at trykke og spille mellemspil langt ind igen. Ja. Langt mellemspil på langt mellemspil.
Ja, gå tilbage i det, ikke noget mere stort på der. Men jeg har sådan en fornemmelse af, at den der...
Quand tu fais bon spin, il répète, il ne veut pas lever haut. Donc si tu es bien au filet spiné, on recule pas trop.
En fait, des fois, je sais pas si je rentre dans le rallye, c'est mieux pour moi ou pas en fait.
Oui, tu peux.
Parce qu'il me force dans le rallye, mais moi je sais
Mais
pas.
dans le rallye, quand tu fais tes sticks là, ça peut plus vite. Même plus d'un petit pas que sur le là.
Trois fois sur le côté pour me ramener.
Ok.
Dès que tu les fais un peu lent, là où tu appuies, c'est te remet, il reprend l'avantage. Alors si tu fais les tracteurs plus rapides, loin, même recentré, tu gardes l'avantage.
Fais plus de 3 rallyes, plus de 3 points. Et je pense qu'au service, c'est pas trop en diagonale, ils foncent direct sur tes services, ok? On centre un peu le service.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Pression, déjà, ça a l'air long, ça ne te dérange pas.
Surtout, tu as besoin d'un set. Là, il faut rentrer dans les vifs maintenant. Ok? Allez, mec, allez. On y va. C'est à nous maintenant. Allez.
Second game. Love all. Anas, no testing.
So
Play.
Anders Antonsen, quite frankly, was dominant in that opening game, which he won 21-12. What can Christo Popov do in response?
was early on that one. Antonsen. Oi, that's a beauty. That's the opposite of his favorite shot.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is a normal slice.
Yeah, and Popov was covering the cross. Did you hear any of the coaching for Antonsen?
Yeah, they said Antonsen said he felt cross clears were good. Cross net was also quite good. I don't think there's been that many cross net. Then Antonsen said, "What are we thinking he's going to do now? Is he going to come with
no walking on.
Trying to make the court big, or is he going to attack more?" And so on. So they tried to foresee what Christo Popov was going to do here in the second game.
And in your opinion, what do you think he should be doing?
Christo?
Yeah.
I think he plays a little bit with too much power. I think he should be playing with accuracy instead. Lots of variation. So that's in the middle of the court. Oi, that's a beauty. He's playing well, Antonsen.
Service over. 3-1.
Possibly start out with a downward shot and try and play from the midcourt area or the net area, put some deceptions in. He can't always go full power when he has the first chance in his attacks. I think Thomas Senior also said some steep attacks is needed.
Service over. 2-3.
That's well left.
3-all.
Obviously super important for Christo Popov to get his game going here in the early stages of the second game. I think he feels nervous, Christo Popov, and the long rallies are challenging because you have to move a lot, and if you're a little bit nervous, then the legs tend to go a little bit stiff. You get the feeling that you're probably not guessing right, and Antonsen has enhanced that in the first game. There's a little deception from the front court.
Service over. 4-all.
The racket of Antonsen there.
5-4.
Ind i forbanen, ind i bolden her.
lost that opening game, it was really important for Christo Popov to be at least with his opponent in the early stages of this second game, to get the crowd involved again, and the crowd are very much involved again.
And to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Service over. 5-6.
Hæng i her.
Well, that is fascinating. Because normally, Steen, I would say that Antonsen in the flat fast exchanges is extremely good. But he got beaten.
And I think two things in. First, I think he overcommitted Antonsen, and then I think Christo is playing with the drift now, so his shots arrive a bit earlier. It's dangerous for Antonsen to go into that battle. He needs to block it. Oh, yeah, that's fantastic.
Service over.
Coolness by the Dane.
6-7.
That's why in a lot of the tournaments we've seen recently, then Popov has stood his ground on the front court and believed in his net game.
All.
I think he's very, very nervous.
I do too. Super. Well, that will help settle the nerves.
And that was a super important shot for Christo Popov to get in.
8-7.
Because he's seen a lot of long forehand pressure from Antonsen.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Lovely block. A collective gasp of disappointment from the fans as that angled shot found the net.
Quick towel. Quickly. Anas, could you close your bottle as well? Okay. Thank you.
What a rally.
It's a bit different on singles from what we normally see. We don't normally see this many clears and long rallies.
69 shots. We saw an awful lot of clears in the semi-final yesterday between Antonsen and Li Shifeng.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I remarked that in comparison to the first semi-final with Christo Popov against Widisan, it was pedestrian pace. Missed it. That, to me, Steen, was the first real sign of tiredness from Antonsen.
Yeah. You've got to be a little bit extra patient from this near side of the court.
Service over, 9-10.
Oh, my goodness.
Good defense by Popov.
Quick towel. Change. Honest. I said quick towel. Quick, yes, but quickly. Okay, on court, players. Thank you.
What an atmosphere.
10-all.
Oh, I think
that wide.
I thought it was going wide at the centre line.
11-10.
That's a tame
interval.
mistake from Popov. And it means that Antonsen is a game up and 11-10 up in the second.
Efter de hårde, så kommer der ingen efterfejl fra ham også. Ja. Slået arm bagfra der.
Stol på det. Prøv at, vigtigt også med den der mellembold ind i midten. Fordi så får vi lidt minimeret de der store slyng fra side til side, hvis du spiller den ind. Men du skal være klar med catcheren, når det er, at du spiller den ind, fordi det klør lidt på ham, ikke? Giv ham de svære.
Det der med, de bliver lidt kortere min mellembold. Yes, under net, så han ikke kan trykke på dem.
20 seconds.
Det er ved med at udfordre ham en gang med
20 seconds.
ikke? Men du skal virkelig hænge i
Court
ham.
is.
Det er den hårde vej.
Players on court. Christo. On court. 11-10. Christo. Play.
So 11-10 in the second game, having already won the first. Advantage with this man, Antonsen.
Beautiful play. Very, very
12,
nice attack.
10.
Patient, waiting for the opportunity. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10. 12-10 an even better chance. And one of the things Danes, or basically the only thing, was in the sort of middle flat game, then Antonsen should reduce his pace a little bit so it doesn't come all the way down to Popov.
Oh, a lucky net cord.
13-10.
This is 5 straight points, Steen, for Anders Antonsen.
And it's sort of reactivated the pressure of, on Popov, and perhaps also the tension. Sounds like his string's gone.
I think so, in Popov's racket. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah.
Service over.
He had got broken strings. How on earth did he control
13.
that final smash?
Anders.
That's amazing. With
Quick
broken
towel.
strings.
On court.
Wow, that's good
rally.
defense.
Good deception. Oh, he almost saved it.
Service over. 14-11.
He's lacking that little bit of luck. There was this one that he almost saved Popov, and there was the net roll early on after the interval. It's the things that you want to go your way if you are to win the title.
14-11.
6 of the last 7 points to Anders Antonsen.
Service over. 12-14. Thank you. Thank you, court attendant. Anders.
It's good work by Popov.
There's nothing wrong with the lift. It was long enough, so perhaps some signs that it's about to loosen up a little bit, Christo Popov.
Long of the back line.
Service over. 15-12.
un spin, on recule pas. Il répète chaque fois qu'il fait revers. Ok. Allez, pousse pas. Tu gagnes l'espace de là. Pousse-le. Et tu vas.
Time is running out for Christo Popov. Pushed it wide.
16-12. Christo?
Oi, oi, oi.
That's gone long. Antonsen is challenging.
Challenges called out.
I thought he was signaling to his brother that it was in. That's not the case.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Anna's court. Service over. 13-16. Play.
This could be a momentum changer.
Anna, straight to court.
A couple of super important rallies now.
Oh, that's glorious. Oh, that was going wide, wasn't it?
Follow it up, Antonsen.
Oh my goodness! Big gulps of air being taken on board by Antonsen.
Anna.
Well, that wasn't even close, was it, Steve?
To court. Anna, on court. Play.
Fourteen, 16.
Good
Brilliant.
shot.
15-16. Anna, support. Thank you.
The crowd are sensing a comeback.
Thank you, court attendant. Thank you. Thank you. 15-16.
Antonsen's got to mix it up a little bit more now. He cannot play too defensively. He can play patiently. He must play patiently, but he can't play too defensively.
That level.
And I think those two long rallies have hurt Antonsen more than they've hurt Popov. This is where the tournament history comes in. The matches that has been played where Antonsen had to work a lot longer on court than his opponent.
Service over, 17-16. Quick towel.
No,
Quickly.
he's getting a quick towel after every rally and taking a drink.
Thank you.
Antonsen.
Christo, quick towel.
And the important thing in that rally was the steepness from Antonsen towards the backhand side of Popov.
Play on. Play on. Play now.
Big point. And that was tame from Popov.
18-16.
Yeah, there's been 4 or 5 of those throughout the match as I quickly recount. Another one.
19-16.
2 points away from the title, Anders Antonsen.
Service over. 17-19.
Got in a bit of a tangle on his defence. Antonsen
18-19.
slightly across the body towards his right hip. One point in it. Short.
Oi, 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 oi. That could have gone long had he not touched it.
Match
Popov.
point 18. Anders, support. Play. Play. Play.
This is going to be a challenge when the 25-second shot clock is underway. Then Antonsen is...
He's going to be entitled to take a break.
Exactly.
Yeah. 2 match point opportunities for Anders Antonsen. first match point brilliantly saved by Popov.
19-20. Okay, thank you. Thank you, quarter chairman. $19-20.
Good defense.
Oh, my goodness. A second title of the year for Anders Antonsen to add to the Indonesian Open. He becomes the fourth different player from Denmark to win the men's singles title here at the French Open in the Super Series and World Tour era. 21-12, 21-19 in a match lasting 54 minutes.
Match won by Anders Antonsen, 21-12, 21-19.
Christo Popov thanks the fans for their overwhelming support. Well, maybe Christo Popov was a little nervous as Dean, but I thought that tactically Anders Antonsen was superb today.
He played so close to perfect as possible today, Anders Antonsen. Of course, I would never tell him himself, but that was a really, really good executed match. Perfect game plan, and the tournament win. I mean, this is definitely not Antonsen's preferred playing conditions, but today it was perfect for him against Christo Popov. Fantastic effort by the Dane,
so
and by Christo Popov.
Confirmation of the scoreline, 21-12, 21-19 in 54 minutes. Anders Antonsen adds the French Open to his list of achievements. This is the final rally. It was a long, grueling rally.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie protocolaire du simple homme des YONEX internationaux de France de badminton 2025 va débuter dans quelques instants.
Disappointment for Christo Popov. But he should be mighty proud of his performance this week. He's played some wonderful badminton, and this is a huge step forward.
It is.
A first ever World Tour tournament final above a 300 level.
Yeah, and he's sort of arrived in a group higher, in a group of players that plays for the tournament win every time.
Brother and additional coach Jorgensen celebrate, and the traditional winning celebration from Antonsen. Well, he's entered into the event in Saarbrücken next week. I doubt if he'll be playing, will he?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think this tournament has taken its toll on him. I didn't pay attention to the time of this match, but 3 matches of 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
So this was a short one.
This was one of the short ones.
Mesdames et messieurs, merci d'accueillir les finalistes du simple homme.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the finalists of the men's single.
So to the prize presentation for the men's singles.
Pour cette cérémonie, les prix seront remis par.
The prizes will be presented by Mr. Franck Laurent, President of the French Badminton Federation, and Mr. Jean-Pierre Savignac, Mayor of Cesson-Sévigné.
Finaliste du simple homme.
Runner-up of the men's single from France, Christo Popov.
And it's absolutely wonderful that the vast majority of the fans have stayed for the prize presentation to cheer their hero. He may have fallen 1 match short of the title, but he has done his country proud this week here in Rennes.
Mesdames et messieurs, vainqueur du simple homme des YONEX internationaux de France de badminton 2025.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, champion of the YONEX French Open 2025, men's single from Denmark, Antonsen.
Antonsen. A 10th World Tour title when contesting his 20th World Tour tournament final. A first ever French Open and the 4th different Dane to win this men's singles title in the Super Series and World Tour era.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for the winners and runner-up of the YONEX French Open.
This week has been a huge step forward in the career of Christo Popov. No doubt about it. Well, we can reflect on finals day, which all started with mixed doubles. It was a day of records, actually, and 2 titles to Korean players. But the mixed doubles, Fang Yang-je and Wang Dong-ping, the defending champions, won their 7th title of the year, and the first mixed doubles pair to win 2 consecutive titles at this event in the Super Series and World Tour era. Then it was women's singles, and An Se-young, well, her dominance continues. Today was her 9th title of the year and she becomes the first women's singles player to win 3 titles at this event since 2007, beating Wang Qi in 2 straight games. Then it was a fabulous women's doubles final. Yuki Fukushima and Mayu Matsumoto winning her 2nd French Open title with a 2nd different partner, beating Li and Law in 3 games, 1 hour and 34 minutes, the longest final of the day. Then it was men's doubles, and Kim Won-ho and So Seung-jae, the world champions, were like Un Se-young. Their dominance this year is undoubted, and like Un Se-young, they won a 9th title of the year and a 4th Super 750 title, beating Alfian and Fikri in 3 games. Then it was men's singles, and whilst Christo Popov created a record as the first men's singles player to contest the final of this event since 2007 and the Super Series and World Tour, he was 2nd best today to an inspired Anders Antonsen, who became the 4th different Dane to win the men's singles French Open title in this era. Well, the tour moves on to Saarbrücken next week. Coverage starts from Thursday. Hope you'll be able to watch some of that. But in the meantime, from all of us here in Rennes, especially from Steen Pedersen and myself, Jill Clark, until the next time, bye for now.